shelter ideas?
I just need to get her contact information. For the auxiliary. They put their bingo money to
Why are you talking to me outside of the meeting?
Is Nancy too?
No, but this is just an information request, right? Why would you need to be able to use it just to get a phone number?
I can get that to you.
I'll get it later.
Is that why you call and email her about Nico? I ended up with a shelter dog. That dog's huge.
I hope we made a difference.
If I have a question or something for the fire committee, do I have to do that during the meeting, or can I do that after, or before?
Pop.
During the meeting.
Okay.
Let's get it
No, I just wanna try to, get you guys together on a matter, whatever, to come down
I
and
was
fire
gonna
hall,
say,
you guys can figure see what.
Mr. Burns is not showing up tonight.
Cause I know there's folks that still
Okay.
think
He
there's
called
only
in,
one
but
department,
he
but
got
there's actually two.
bylaws on the fire
So-
department.
I'll have to repeat
Yeah.
all that.
Yep,
once.
absolutely.
I will,
Then-
Don't.
turn my
Whether
phone
it's
around
just-
a little bit, so.
Fire committee or policy council,
Better.
water, I don't,
Okay.
the more the merrier, just.
What happened to Mr. Burns?
That's
Um,
during the meeting makes
called
sense.
in and
Okay.
said he
That-
doesn't have
that's
all
why I
the
figured I'd ask.
information together.
Cause I know there's been a lot of council members that have changed from
So,
last year when
yeah.
I did a status report of where he read
Whatever.
there. Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on, put you on the other phone.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council was emailed the minutes from the September 17th, 2024 city council meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Move to approve the minutes from September 17th.
Is there a second? A second. It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from September 17th, 2024. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Before I forget, Carrie, Heather also notified me that she would not be here tonight,
Okay,
and Nate did as well. Okay, the fire department bylaws were emailed to council members. Nicole, or Andrew, do you have presentation?
You type them, you're here.
Sure, thanks, Andrew.
Welcome.
Silly question, what would you guys like for a presentation?
Why are these in front of the council?
Okay, there we go, thank you, that's a little bit better wording for me. They're in front of the council, we're trying to keep order within the department. make clearer reasons as to why we follow certain standards and for everyone to be able to reference those standards. So everybody can understand the duties of the officers, the membership, what they're required for meeting their training requirements, to also satisfy the insurance coverage, so that we are not at any liabilities. And so forth.
And the last time they were updated was 10 years ago or better?
15.
15?
So it's due. Thank you, Andrew.
Welcome.
Okay. Anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay, all right, are there any comments from council right now with respect to these bylaws?
If I could, Mayor?
Yes.
I understood what you were doing on this first pass. I've made a lot of notes.
Cool.
Would you like my notes?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mind if I deliver my notes?
That would be lovely. So now, having done that, what a general thought would be is for you to take those notes and to make whatever revisions or clarifications to the document, rather than going through line by line tonight, okay? And I am more than happy to assist with review or organization of the document too. And maybe refine that document before it comes back to council. And when it does, it could be referred to the council's fire committee, which is JD and Heather. And since Heather isn't here tonight, it would give her another opportunity to see that. Are you on a time frame of any kind, other than as soon as reasonably possible?
As soon as reasonably possible, so we can get our standard of operating guidelines done, because we have to have this in order to make a guideline for the membership and officers to also follow.
Okay,
Cause that's outdated too.
okay.
That kind of answered that. It's different than the
If you
constitution
have trouble
bylaws.
reading anything, take a picture, send it to me,
Okay, sounds good.
and I'll explain it. My handwriting stinks.
It's better than his, we're good.
Okay.
So you haven't seen mine,
Do you think 2 weeks is enough time for you to address those comments and, okay? And
I can
if
email.
something happens, just let us know. Otherwise, Carrie will have this on the agenda for the next meeting as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate your work in getting this started. You're not the only organization that has realized it's time to review
well, it's,
the rules and regulations.
some of us have been hounding about it for a few years.
Okay, great, and I believe that Vivian, who has had no hand in crafting that at all, is more than happy to assist with too. If you need her, and if you don't, that's fine too. I didn't overstep my bounds there, did I, Vivian? Okay. Okay, did you have anything?
No,
Andy?
okay.
Doug?
No.
Okay. All right. Carrie, the utility billing, e-billing.
Yes, so we have a new system to, through our Black Mountain software system.
Point of, can the system hear you? The recording system, can they hear you from back there?
Yes.
Oh, son of a gun, okay.
Yeah. So if anybody of our residents would like to be signed up for e-billing, it can either get, the bill can get emailed to you, or it can get texted to you, and you can also pay in that manner. So you could pay online if you wanted, once you receive your bill via email, or if you want it texted, you can pay by your phone as well. So we're hoping that will cut down on a lot of, paper costs when we send out bills, stamps. And it's very efficient. We're asking everybody who comes in to pay their bill if they'd like to get signed up. So we encourage all of you in attendance to do so.
The payment methods available through signing up online are an e-check or credit or debit card. Is that
Yes,
correct?
credit or debit, or you can sign up through them for automated, an automatic monthly payment that would come out from them.
And there are service charges attached to that.
Yes,
So if you want to save on your service charge, you can come in to City Hall and sign up for an ACH payment plan.
and which is free. Yep, and it just comes out of your account on the 5th of each month through us. But there's a 2.75% service fee for the credit or debit card. And then e-checks are $1.95 for any amount,
Okay,
okay?
thank you. A street closure for the Townsend Homecoming Parade. Council asked me to take a look at the request and notify you if I saw anything out of line, and I did not. So, the request is before us to have the streets blocked off for the Homecoming Parade this Friday. They will do their staging around Second and Pine, come down Broadway to Oak, around the hospital to Walnut, and then come back down Broadway. The insurance is on file, and with that, I would entertain a motion to approve the street closure for Friday, October 4th.
I will make a motion that we approve the street closure for the Townsend Homecoming Parade on 10/4.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
So that it's been moved and seconded to approve the request for street closure Friday, October 4th for the Homecoming Parade. Is there any discussion? Any comment from the public? Yes?
Are there any street closures for the fall festival? Is that at the same time?
It is not, and those street closures have already been handled.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for asking. Any other comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion is carried. Yes, and council needs to sign that. Try to get that done tonight rather than later, like I usually forget. Okay. Neither Craig Burns nor Hannah Rouser were able to be with us tonight. They're both waiting on information before they make their presentations to council. But I do have, because we're in the correspondence section, I have a letter from the Department of Commerce concerning notice of community development block grant program planning grant application status, and we have not been selected for that second grant.
Interesting.
Because the city currently has an open planning grant for a growth policy update. And apparently we missed in the application guidelines the statement that local governments with an open CDBG planning grant from a previous funding cycle are ineligible to apply for additional
Yes, we
planning
did.
grant. So, not, all is not lost. There is an acknowledgement that they realize our application represented hours of hard work. We are thanked for our continued interest, and they will be reaching out to set up time to discuss our application, other potential funding sources, and reapplying in future cycles. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Does that mean that had we tried to do this with the first one last year, that would have canceled for the same reason?
Possibly. I'm just,
Government.
well, CDBG is also federal money, so
That's true.
We could consider ourselves a test case for seeing if they were following their own federal guidelines, so all is not lost. One of the items that was brought up, it's not specifically listed here tonight, but that we did talk about under the round table was whether the city wanted to participate in the county's hazard mitigation plan. And
I started working through
well, it's a draft.
this.
We'll get that on the agenda for the next meeting to make a decision, keeping in mind that if we choose to go our own road, it's a lot of work, and I don't know that we actually have the expertise in City Hall to get that done. In fact, the last hazard mitigation plan the county did was done when Mike Conkey was the disaster and emergency services person, and it took him about a year and a half to do this. The document that was emailed to all of you is being put together by one of the State Department, probably DNRC, I think, not positive, but, or maybe Disaster and Emergency Services, that might be a good department to have involved. But they too have been working on this for close to a year, so that's just an update on that particular item. Do we have, oh, it says water storage, but I'm going to say water system under the pending business here. The pre-bid meeting for the water system was last Friday, correct? Yes. This room hasn't been that full since the public hearing on the skate park, I think. There were a lot of contractors here, there were contractors online as well, getting their initial questions answered. The bids are due October 16th. They'll be submitted online, electronically. Yes, Eric, would you like to add information?
They did push that date back because
Okay.
of another project in Helena. They pushed that a week back,
Okay, so the 23rd?
the 23rd.
Okay, thank you for that update. So this is getting real.
May I ask a question?
Yes,
So do we meet back here on the 23rd?
we'll be getting information from Chris Hayes as to when those bids come in. But yes, council will be making the determination of what contractor or contractors
Right.
to go with. There are two schedules, so we could be working with two different contractors. Okay. Is there any report from ordinance review committee in general?
No.
Okay. Events committee report?
The Events and Telecommunications Committee was supposed to meet, last Monday. I'd like to thank JB and Doug for their understanding. I was unavailable, my grandmother passed away. So we have rescheduled that meeting for October 7th.
Okay, we have, no updates on the dog kennel and cat ordinance items. Fireworks committee, Vivian?
We're meeting on the 17th,
Okay,
16th.
okay. Thank you. No additional information concerning our garbage cans on Broadway, and the sewer ordinance is still under review with the city attorney. Have all council members seen the claims packet? Okay. Would entertain a motion to approve the claims?
Make a motion that we approve the claims.
Second.
Is there a second? Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion is carried. Do we have any comment from the public on items not on the agenda tonight, but under the city's jurisdiction? Okay.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, I would like to invite the fire board or the fire council or all of the city council members to come down to the fire hall and get an eyes on what we've got going on down there. Just to help try to clear up the miscommunication of, there's only one department in town when there's technically two. And show the progress that we're trying to accomplish. We should help explain some of the budget choices that we've made.
Is there a preferred time or schedule, or?
I'm not sure what Sean's schedule is. I'm generally home Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday anytime. But I've been on and off the road for the last, well, since March. That's why you haven't seen me. So if you guys wanna email Sean, whatever works for you, I know that's what works for me. And one of us officers will be more than happy to walk.
Should we contact you?
Sean, I think you guys have Sean's email.
I don't.
Oh, what, Sean, are you?
Here, let me give you my cover sheet.
Oh, hey, there you go. It's on that cover sheet.
Right. For the record, I am aware that there are two separate.
I just know there's a lot of people in town that are not.
I know, the lines can get blurred easily.
Yep.
Yes,
JD, would you mind to tag along on that meeting with you?
The one that I'm gonna.
Yep.
Well, I've got no objection, sure.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you guys just, whatever works for JB, if you just wanna
Yeah.
let me know, JB, I'd like
Do you
to,
want me to just simply CC me on the emails?
yeah, that'd be great,
Okay.
thank you.
And if the city insurance person wants to come down, the city auditor, you know, that's fine too.
Thank
For
you.
the city.
Right, yeah.
okay, super, thank you,
Welcome.
appreciate that. Carrie, do you have any other information that you would like council to know tonight?
I submitted, year-end closing to the auditor, so hopefully that will be wrapped up soon.
Okay, great. The city clerk's work is never done. Eric, do you have comments for council?
I have a couple things you might be interested in. I do have 2 CDL drivers now, the 2 new guys, so there's 3 of us that have our CDLs, so that's awesome. Doug also with the CDL has a Class A, so anything that we need driving or pulled or whatever, he can get that done, so it's awesome that he got that because Paul's gone. So anyway, yesterday was officially his last day. The other thing you might be interested in is we do have a garbage plan for Fall Fest. If you wanna know the details of that, please just let me know. Philip and me gotta work out some fine details, but we got an overall garbage plan to hopefully make that well for the weekend. And then, we had a very interesting dig on the highway, as you can tell by our bump, that will get fixed tomorrow morning, so that's kinda what's going on in my world at the moment.
Okay, any questions for Eric? Okay, last meeting, I commented that I didn't believe the city received a lot of money for the equipment that is attached to the tower, and I will tell you, I was wrong. We bring in about $27,000 a year. You know, I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken about it.
We're up a lot of hundreds.
So
of
anyway,
dollars.
about $27,000 a year off the tower, so a lot more than I thought.
That's important to know.
It is, and just a reminder, council members, I think most of you have your council email set up, but if you don't, I need you to get that set up so that you receive the emails that come from this office, okay? Documents that are quite lengthy or easier to email to you so that you have an opportunity to prepare for the council meetings. And, okay, the mayor's prayer breakfast is scheduled, which has been going on for a number of years now, is scheduled for October 17th. I believe the start time is 7 o'clock. Prayer breakfast is an ungodly hour. Anyway, it will be out at the Watson's Event Center, and I was asked to to ask if any of the council members would like to offer a prayer as part of that program.
What time does that happen, if you don't mind asking?
7 AM. October 17th, I believe that's a Thursday.
Good grief, it's the only day of the week I don't have something scheduled. Mayor, I'd be happy to oblige.
Okay, thank you. That's all I had. Angie, do you have anything tonight?
No, ma'am.
JV?
I do not.
Vivian?
Not today.
Okay, Doug?
Angie, so October 7th, 2 o'clock here?
Yes, yes, sir.
Events, okay, that's all I got.
Okay. Anything else from our public? Great.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Is there a second?
I'll second that. Is this a new world record again?
I know, it's been moved and seconded that council adjourn. Is there any discussion or comment, Angie?
I would just like to point out that again, we had less than 30-minute council meeting and Nate is not here.
Oh,
It's 'cause
he's
he's
not
not
gonna be
here.
happy.
I know, that's hilarious.
He's gonna go, what?
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting is adjourned, and thank you all very much
Yes.
for taking time to be here tonight.
I'm back. Yes, it is.
International nobody's got, but it's
No,
not
it's
that
okay, I
color.
don't like that.
But that's the style it is.
Yeah, that's the wrong year.
Oh, there you go.
We got a couple of those.
Oh, do ya?
Yeah.
This is when it comes for pictures of